Hey, good people, how you doing? David Taub here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. Hope all's going well, and hope your guitar journeys are going famously. Today we have a little beginner lesson for you out there. We're going to work on your chord changing. I'm going to show you maybe some new chords, some different ways to finger and voice some chords that you already know, some different ways to strum, and to put it all together into a musical sounding exercise that is going to be empowering to play and that you're going to need to work on over time, and it's going to give you a goal as well as it's going to help you get your playing to the next level. So if you're working on your chords or your chord changing, I'm going to have a lot of chord changing techniques and different ways that to make your guitar journey a little easier. It's a long series of chords that the goal is to eventually be able to play the whole string all the way through in time with different strum patterns and different rhythms, right? And this is something that you could chip away at over time. Now in a minute I'm going to show you all the chords and I'm going to show you the techniques and everything, and basically we're going to be in the key of A minor. I'm going to be using most of the chords in the key and a lot of chordal variations. And it's going to be a lot of chords, 15, 20 chords. And it's going to sound cool because, you know, I could sit there and give you 2 chord changes to play all day, but it's not very motivating and empowering. I try to come up with musical sounding examples, musical sounding exercises that you could interchange chords with and have some fun with and that sound like music, right? Now these are going to be all open position chords. We will play, I'll throw in the F chord in case you're working on that, just this little 4-finger F, and I'll show you a close-up to all these chords in a second. If you're not up to the F chord yet, that's okay. I'll show you a way that you could do this using an F major 7 chord, and you could work up if you're chipping away at the F chord. A couple quick tips on chord changing, and you're going to see examples of these when I pull the camera in tight. But you want to remember a few things. You want to keep your fingers as close to the fretboard at all times. Pretend like your fingers are like magnetically attracted to the strings. You can't slip a credit card in between the tips of your fingers and the strings. You don't want to have your hand way out here. You want to keep it in this tight cluster too, with your pinky hitching a ride on your 3rd finger, not way out here. Remember that if you want to keep this cluster, you don't want to form like here I'm forming an A minor chord, and like the 2nd chord we're going to go as a D minor. You don't want to take your hand all apart just to put it all back together again. It's basically you keep your hand as close to the fretboard as possible, and you keep your fingers magnetically attracted to the strings. We're almost going to be sliding on the strings. So as far as your fret hand, fingers close at all times, magnetically attracted. Your wrist is down, thumb over the top of the neck a little bit to mute that low E string on some of the chords. You'll get that too eventually if you're not playing like that yet. That again will come with time. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to use what I call shared fingers, where we can leave sometimes chords share notes. Like for instance, we go from an A minor to a C. They both share that C note and that E note. So why take your fingers off just to put them back in the exact same spot? So all we're going to do is we're going to move one finger. See, we're sharing, those 2 chords share those 2 fingers. So when you see these shared fingers, you're going to leave them down. Now, you don't have to memorize that because a lot of these exercises I'm designing at this stage in your journey is all about getting this muscle memory down. We're just trying to get your fret hand to remember these chord shapes so you can easily go through one to the next on autopilot. So you're not even thinking about it. So our first chord in this exercise is an A suspended 2nd, right? It just plays with 2 fingers. But notice my hand position here. This is very important. All the fingers are very, very close to the guitar neck at all times. My pinky is going to be hitching a ride on that 3rd finger, not out like this. And then when we go to change chords, the next chord is going to be our D minor chord. Okay? Do you notice again, the pinky does not move pretty much. He's still attached to that 3rd finger, and I don't take my hand and pull it out of the cluster just to put it back together and find, no, D minor, D minor, D minor, right? We leave our hand in that cluster. Okay, that's so important. Then we're going to go to this F major 7 chord. All right. Now, this is a great chord to substitute if you don't know the F chord yet, and we'll get to that in a second. And then the chord after that is C major 7th, where we're just playing with these 2 fingers. But if you notice again, the pinky hitching the ride, and notice when I go from F major 7th all I do is I move these two fingers up one string each. And there it is. They're sliding on the strings. It's not like this. This is wrong. F major 7th, and then, oh, okay, take my hand apart, C major 7. No, you gotta leave those fingers in that cluster. Then from there we go to an E minor 7th, so we gotta add that first finger to make an E minor chord, and third and fourth fingers up top. E minor 7th. Then to the G chord. Now we're going to use shared fingers where the third and fourth finger stays down. Why take them off just to put them back? Because there's our G chord. We just have to move our second finger basically over, basically off of that E minor 7th. We just have to move one finger to get to our G chord from that E note up to the G note, 3rd fret on the low E string. Then from the G we go to our C add 9, which again leaves these third and fourth fingers down. You kind of getting the shared fingers, right? And then we're just sliding down the guitar neck with our first and second fingers, one string each, to our C add 9 chord. Then from there we go back to, we're going to go to an A minor, to a D minor 7th chord. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this chord. Let me get my other fingers out of the way just to show you that my first finger's barring the first two strings, the high E and the B. And my second finger is on that 2nd fret of the G string and an open D. There you go, there's a better look at it. That's a D minor 7, but the thing is from A minor, just kind of drop that first finger down to flatten it out and drop down the second finger one string. And then to our F chord, just add the third finger right there to the 3rd fret of the D string. And look at that. We have our F chord. Remember, our F chord, our first finger is barring the top two strings. Like I said before, if that's really a problem, play the F major 7. But if you can get this finger down flat. It's already kind of flat from the D minor 7. Just add that third finger. From there we go to our C major, which is just moving this finger up one, this finger up one, and getting our first finger on the the B string, 1st fret. It's our stock C chord, but it's an easy change from F. See how it kind of like looks the same almost. You just kind of move the fingers a little bit, ever so slightly. And then from C we're going to our E minor, which basically we just pivot. First finger grabs it, 2nd fret there, E minor. Then we're going to go to a G chord, and for this G chord, I want you to use your pinky G. We're using our pinky, 3rd, and 2nd fingers. You'd be like, oh no, I always play a G like this. Well, I want you to try it like this, because different fingerings, sometimes different, the way we voice or finger the chords, sometimes it makes it easier going to the chord afterwards. So when you're on that E minor, try it. This is a good exercise to build pinky strength too. Remember, don't just always work on what you're good at. You want to work on what you're weak at, and if your pinky's weak, this will help. So we use our pinky on the G, and then we're going to play another C chord, but this time, leave that pinky finger down on that high G note, and it's a C chord with a high G. It's the same, it's still a C major chord, but it has that high note, and it works that pinky a little bit, right? Still C. And then just take off pinky and 3rd finger, and you have an A minor 7th chord. Let me get them out of the way so you can see that chord, right? So you're kind of going from this to an A minor 7. And then drop down your 3rd finger on that 3rd fret and drop down that 2nd finger one string, and you have a D suspended 2nd chord. Then we're going to go back to E minor, but we're going to add a 2nd. So bring this 3rd finger over, 2nd fret high E string. You have an E minor chord, but we're adding that 2nd, give it a little different kind of swagger. G chord, but this time for the G chord, I want you to play it with your 3rd, 2nd, and 1st finger. I'm giving you a workout here. So from E minor with the added 2nd or 9th, just slide that 3rd finger over one fret, right? And you can play your G chord. Don't even take it off the fretboard. And then the last chord will be up here at the 5th fret. We're going to play a little A minor 9. Alright, I'm going to play the exercise with a really close view like this so you can see my left hand. I'm going to play with that easy down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, strum. So check it out. Here we go. remember, this exercise to complete it might take you weeks. It might take you a month, and that's okay. That's one of the great things about learning guitar is you can go at your own pace. And you want to just chip away at it, practice it, a little bit each day. Spend 5 minutes on this, right? The chords you're really struggling with, write the progression down. I'm going to list everything across on the screen. The chord changes, list them out individually, right? Circle them. Oh, I'm stumbling on, whatever, the G to the F or whatever change, and then just practice that one individually, back and forth, a few minutes a day. It's all about that muscle memory. You have to keep challenging yourself on the guitar. That's how you'll get better. Keep pushing yourself to do harder exercises, harder chord changes, learning harder songs. That's how you're going to do it. And this exercise is so great because, we're talking about an exercise that's going to have 15, 20 chord changes, that's tough. Most songs you're going to play, especially early on in your journey, are going to be like 3, 4, 5 chords, and you'll see the same chords over and over again. So if you could nail this down with 15 or 20 changes, man, and then you go to play some songs with 4 or 5, it'll be like butter. It'll be a piece of cake. No problem. So practicing the harder things makes those easy things easier. And at first, if you are really not familiar with a lot of those changes or those chords, just go 4 downstrokes, like quarter note, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. 2, 2, 3, 4, right? Like A sus2 to D minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. 2, 2, 3, 4. F major 7. Just that steady quarter note, right? But you want to get by that pretty quickly because there's really no rhythm in that. That's not rhythmic. Playing straight eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and, right? Or straight quarter notes. That's not rhythmic. There's no rest. That's what gives music its life's blood, the rest, those repeated, and then we repeat them. The repeated series of rests is what the rhythm is. So a very easy strum pattern that you should get into very quickly after doing those quarter notes is like an eighth note feel, something like this. Just a very easy one. I've been teaching this one a long time because students gravitate toward this very quickly. Down, down, up, up, down, up. Down, down, 2 downs, 2 ups, down, up. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. See if you can play that along with me. I'm just holding the strings. Easy eighth note feel. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down, up. Right? So first stay on the chords for 2 times through the strum. There are 2 measures. Down, down, up, down, up. There's 1, 2. Go to F major 7. Down, up, down, up. C major 7. And so on and so forth. And just don't speed up the strum. Keep it nice and even. Eventually you want to put a metronome on it. Not now. You don't want too many variables at first. Keep it really simple. Another easy strum pattern if you're just starting out is just use all downstrokes with an eighth note feel. Something just to give it a little bit of rhythm, like down, 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 down. See, we're repeating our rests, and that's what gives it its rhythm. So it's 1 down, down, 2 downs, down, down, 3 downs, down, 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 right? Down, 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 down. Easy. What I was doing in the intro, I was adding some rhythmic chucking, and I was doing some more advanced techniques with hammering on notes. But that's something you can add to your laundry list as you get more and more comfortable. And I have tons of lessons on things like rhythmic chucking and embellishing chords at the website at nextlevelguitar.com, and you want to tune into those for sure. But for now, first learn run, then learn fly, Danielson. So go ahead and use the easy strum patterns at first, and then if you know some other strum patterns, try it with those. Remember, the goal is to get through the whole progression. This exercise is awesome. You could even take those chords if you're getting tired of the same, mix them up. It's all in the key of A minor pretty much, so they'll sound good together. So take those chords, write them out, mix them up, because you want to get good at all those changes. So then when you look at a piece of music and it's, oh, A minor to D minor, I know that change. I have that muscle memory down. I could do, oh, G to D, I got that one, right? You kind of tick off all those changes that you see at first, especially with these basic open position chords. and you'll be able to play thousands and thousands and thousands of songs just with a handful of 10 or 12 chords, right? All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'm David Taub. Go to the website, nextlevelguitar.com, for beginners, intermediates, advanced players. Huge beginner section. And there's a 3-day free pass right on the homepage. So you could check out the site for 3 days, see how you like it. We don't ask for a credit card or anything. Just, click on the start the free trial. Try it out. You might like it. It's a very structured, killer guitar curriculum. And also, subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on that subscribe button. And then you'll be notified when we have new videos out. Right? So thanks for watching. I'm David Taub, nextlevelguitar.com. You're the good people, and I will see you in the next lesson. Take care and keep on rocking.